for February 26, 2014. And could I please have Ms. Ibarra lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? United States of America. Thank you. Ms. Harmon, would you please take roll call, please?
Here.
Present.
Here.
Here.
Here. Okay, at this point, I will now open the floor to public communication. Anyone wishing to speak on items not on the agenda item, please step forward, and you have 3 minutes. See no interest, I now close public communication. At this point, I will now accept a motion to accept the minutes from January 22nd. Can I hear a motion?
A motion to move to accept the minutes.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. Okay, next item on the agenda is the staff report. And Amy, you're up.
Honorable Chair, Commissioners, condition operate a as tonight as a conditional and to operate a private gymnastics subject property is right here at the corner of Baldwin Park Boulevard Avenue. Is across from Kaiser. This gym occupies about 60. First 25%. It has office space, storage, restroom areas. The obviously as you here it has several gymnastics apparatuses, runway, uneven balance beam, large carpeted area. As you can, let me go.
Thank you, Amy. Are there any questions from the commissioners to staff? No? Okay. I have a question. In regards to, would the applicant come up, please?
Appropriate to open the public hearing if you're going to ask the applicant questions.
At this point, I'll open it up to public hearing. And please state your name. Thank you. In regards to the facility, how many students would you say would be in one class at one particular time? Or what is your peak? Okay, speaking of bumping into each other, what about the parking? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so at your peak operation, there is no problem with parking, right? Okay.
Have you had any issues at all with anything? I went to your opening, it was great. So there's been no complaints or any issues, either noise from the residents behind there or park?
No.
Kaiser, I know, is sensitive with parking sometimes. There's no. Okay.
Are there any other questions?
At the opening, you spoke about how you outgrew the facility you were using before. Could you share a little bit about that? You work, or how many of your students are Baldwin Park residents? That was a great point that you mentioned during the opening, and I wanted to make sure we.
How about, I have a question. My name is Edith. How about safety? It's kind of like in the corner and it looks kind of dark. I usually pass by there and I saw a little bit of lighting right now because I passed by there. But how is that? Do you have security?
What is your hours of operation?
Hours are primarily but I keep trying, but mostly after school.
All right, thank you. Any more questions from the commissioners?
I do have one question. But before I ask you the question, I just wanted to say thank you for your contributions to the City of Baldwin Park. One of my friend's daughters used to be part of the Stars Gymnastics program for a year, but then they moved out of state. And I know it's a great program, and every year you put together medalists who compete, and everyone does very well. So I just wanted to thank you for that. And my question is, I know that you're seeing growth in the program, and I'm just wondering, this is probably a question for Amy, if these hours of operation change because of growth, is that something that has to come to our attention?
But, you know, depending on how much they increase. Certain levels in the that they could just, or they would ask the planning. Actually, it's in, where it does talk about any hours of operation. And I got the hours of operation. I asked them for their build out back in 3 months.
Is there any air system in there? Nothing? There's no air conditioning. No fan, no. Right. And then I have a question. Well, thank you for sharing that. But the hours listed on the report say Monday through Friday, but then they say Thursday and Friday.
We have Monday, Friday.
They're
9
9
a.m.
to-
to noon.
Okay. Okay. Not nearby.
Yeah, you know, I think I'd be more concerned as a resident if you were going any later, but I don't have an issue with you keeping that door or cracking it open for whatever reason. I think if we were to start getting into 10, 11 at night, after 9, then, you know, any kind of commotion. But as long as those hours are kind of within range, yeah, I don't see, I'm not against you cracking that or keeping it open.
And never earlier than 9?
But occasionally, from time to time, you will have like competitions and maybe, yeah.
Right next to residential.
Are there any more questions? Okay. Amy, I have a question for you.
Have to close the public hearing first, or
Yes.
leave it open for more questions?
Let's leave it open for right now for more response. The question in regards to the door, because you stated that was part of the one of the conditions of approval. Which number was that? No, the door.
Mr. Mutis, if you're speaking about the city's noise standards, it's right above the recommendation.
No, he's talking about the,
Oh, okay.
Back to guidance.
Okay.
So, Amy, to be clear, they would not be able to open the door during operations. Okay, thank you.
it doesn't explicitly say, Amy, but I would recommend adding it if that is a addition that you, right. And you would add it to condition number 5, that the metal framed door shall remain closed at all times.
Right, and that would be.
Right.
Still obviously state
Right.
they have to adhere.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at, because as long as they adhere to the municipal code in regards to the noise standard, then I think we should, allow the doors to to be open. I think since it's not specifically in the conditions of approval, but we need to make sure that you do understand that you must adhere to the noise control in regards to the municipal code 130.30 of the city ordinance. So,
Chairman Muse, there was a suggestion that they keep it closed when music is played. Maybe perhaps that's a compromise. Right, yeah, it would be a simple matter to add it. Yeah.
One of the conditions, 3 complaints. Enough that if people come at time.
okay, so we had a motion to keep the door closed when music is playing? No?
I move to approve as such, as it's stated here.
Okay, we have a motion to approve resolution
EC 14-03 as written.
as written. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. Congratulations. Okay, next agenda item. Reports to officers. Amy.
A status report for sustainable communities element. Several months to be able to contact and so the consultant is rising. And then I also have the planning.
Were there any questions to Amy in regards to the staff report? Seeing none? Okay, we'll move on. Yeah, you had an update on the residential care, or did I miss one here?
But the materials recovery.
Start at number 5.
Okay.
Verbal update on Ferndale materials. Currently scheduled to be
Right.
number 6 of Avenue. Are in the process of update traffic study. We think done. Oh, what we were looking. 7 SP 1301 and PM tax map 50. And that is for the mixed family projects behind.
Very good.
Chairman Muse, may I add something?
Yes.
I'd like to embarrass a member of our firm to come up to the podium and introduce himself to the commission and staff. Oh, okay. And where'd you go to law school? Oh, great.
How do you spell your name?
Thank you for doing that.
And he will be,
Be helping to train him.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I was like, okay. Okay, Amy, your introduction?
I would like to. It's actually who wanted to come and get some experience because it's the greatest place to work. Volunteering in October, and he learned so much. He had degrees, and it's just so. We're getting a staff report soon.
Well, nice. Very good.
But yeah, he's been a great asset. And then I also wanted to let you know have an opportunity, job opportunity.
Good and bad.
What city did you go to?
San Fernando,
Oh,
a lot closer to home.
Okay. At this point, I will take a motion for adjournment.
Amy, I actually have one quick question. I'm sorry. As far as street sweeping, do you know what the schedule is? Are they still one sweeper down? Because I've had some neighbors complain about, weeks going by and their streets are not getting cleaned.
Actually, Public Works and
I'm sorry. One other question to Amy. I haven't been seeing the Planning Commission meetings on our website. Is there a reason for that?
I do not know. That is not my forte.
Yeah, there's a lot of updates on the website. It's been changing.
I don't know, but that's my attention.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it'd be important.
Any more questions? Okay, seeing none, we have a motion on the floor for an adjournment. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any objections? Seeing none, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.